All right, you guys, so this video is about dating coworkers. So this is my opinion on the whole dating at the workplace. Now, relationships as is are pretty complex and take some work to manage. Now, dating somebody at your work, you have to have an exit plan. That's what's important. Now, we spend about 2/3 of our lives working. So, at times we do. We meet people there that we have chemistry with, we click with. I mean, first of all, you have something in common with them because you work for the same company. So what you got to do first as well is assess what type of work you're doing. Now, I mean, if you're just a person working a job that you're just going to transition right out of it, depending, how much you like that person, or you consider this person to be a potential partner, that's how you should assess it. Then perhaps you should go ahead and work. Now, as you work for these larger companies and corporations out there, which have hundreds or even up to 1,000 employees, they may have, different offices. So it depends really how close are you working with this person. I mean, you can get yourself into a pickle at times. And I've heard of a lot of mess at the workplace and, ruining a lot of people's careers. But most of all, what you ought to do is, check the policies of your current employer. I mean, every employer has policies or guidelines on dating people within your workplace, because they don't want to be in a liability situation as well, so they have to make these guidelines and policies. So it's very, very important to find out what they are and then go from there. Again, if it's just a job you're transitioning from and you hit it off with somebody over there and you assess it, you got to really assess it and have always an exit plan as well, then go for it. But if it's a career, it's something that you've worked for a very long time, and it can get too close for comfort at times to perhaps lose that potential job that you worked so hard for. Again, check out the employer's guidelines and policies, and then just move your chess pieces from there. Again, you can get yourself in a pickle. I'll put it that way. And I've seen a lot of people lose great jobs, great careers over having relationships going sour. Now, where it can work, I would say, if let's say it's a very large corporation and that person that works for the same company, maybe you met them at a powwow meeting or some sort of networking meeting within the company, or a Christmas party, and they work for a whole different division, that perhaps could work. Again, you don't want to bring your romance onto the job. So if you ever run into each other, you want to always keep it very professional, very cool, and don't bring your outside issues into the workplace. Again, productivity is very important to your employer, and they don't want that to interfere with the productivity or what your job scope is. So always keep that in mind. Again, you have your entry plan, of course. You met somebody there, have your exit plan. How are you going to exit this if it doesn't work out? It's something too you can talk to with your partner, with this person that you met. What's going to happen if things go sour? What if you end up not liking each other? Things change and evolve. So whether it be a short-term or a long-term relationship with this person, figure it out. So make sure that both of you are balanced mentally on this whole idea of dating within, and then go from there. I mean, we do spend a lot of time at work and we do meet people. When I was running my VIP security company, I had contracts with a lot of different corporations in Silicon Valley, in San Francisco as well. And I made a mistake one time, and I would probably not do it again, but I hit it off with one of the upper echelons. She was an upper higher management in the executive branches, which was a part of the operations that hires and fires as well, security services. And I dated her for some time, actually probably was close to a year, and then things just went south. And I started seeing another girl that was from another division, which she found out. So when the contract came to renewal, it had nothing to do with me providing excellent services. Well, I lost hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars because she didn't like the decision that I made. We broke up. So it gives you a little example. So I actually learned, this was back in my 30s. And again, there's that saying, don't dip your pen in company ink. Well, I had a mentor at that time, and that's what he told me. And I actually didn't listen to him and went against it. So just an example on me, on my behalf. Again, every situation is different. I wasn't working per se directly for the employer. I wasn't employed by them. I was a contracted service, and it went south. So these are the things that can happen. So you always got to keep it in mind. So you can lose at the end. I lost a wonderful contract. Sure, I regained other contracts, but still, I lost it. This lady I was seeing, she was in charge of that department. So keep that in mind, you guys. Now, whether you work for somebody, always check your employer's guidelines, their policies on that. If it's a super large company, if this is a career you work very, very hard for, a company you plan to stay with a long time, manage those chess pieces properly. Make sure have a talk with that person, how you're going to handle it if things go south. Then go from there. Life is to live. I always mention that. Life is to live. So you want stories to tell. We're all going to grow old. So, you don't want to not take risks. If it really seems like it clicks well with somebody, go for it. Have some fun. See where it goes. But don't bring any sort of issues you have outside into the inside of the workforce. So important that your employer gets 100% of your talent or your craft, whatever you're doing for that company. Again, if you guys are in entry-level type of jobs, these jobs, no-nonsense jobs, going through school or just getting out, doing an internship somewhere maybe, always consider it, how long you're going to be there, what's this, how your reputation could be affected, because reputation is everything. So hope you guys find this well, and if you guys like, comment, and I always respond to your comments over there, because this is a community that I have created out there. So take care, you guys, and have a wonderful day.